Well, none yet. No, this is a silent screen. You gotta give the respect to the copy protect screen. Yeah, I think that's enough respect. Yeah, this is Quest for Glory, or Hero's Quest, depending on how old school you really want to go with it. Subtitle, so you want to be a hero. And yes, we do. Otherwise, we wouldn't be playing this. This was one of my favorite games growing up. I must have played through it about, literally dozens of times. Right-clicking on things in this game gives you a description, like so. And as you can see, the game's got a pretty good sense of humor, depending if it's your sense of humor. If you don't like puns, you're in for a painful stream. There's quite a few. They like those. Let's go ahead and hit up the introduction. And that's the end. Yeah, our hero's dead now. It does have dinosaurs. There's a dragon head. Actually, there's a couple of dragon heads that you see, but they're mounted on the wall. So there's not technically any dragons in this game. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's dragons in this whole series until the very last game, which is the 5th game. There's another version of this game that's in VGA, 256 colors. This is 16 color EGA. I'm playing this one because this is the one that I'm most used to. I did have the VGA one when it came out a few years later, after this one had come out, but I just prefer this one. This one has a text parser, which lends itself toward, I feel like, a better story progression. Just by the right of it not giving away every possible dialogue option when you first talk to a character. That was one of the big things that I liked best about this game and the series, was the text parser, having to, naturally discover through conversation what's going on, rather than just talking to the first character, and it has Brigand Leader as the, is one of the first things that you can ask about, and you're not even supposed to know about that until later. So, alright, we're gonna be fighters, magic users, or thieves. The choice directly affects a lot of the puzzles and such in the game. Okay, chat, you're taking too long, so I'm gonna go with Thief. And what we have here is the skill pool. What you do is you assign skills. Basically, you have a point scale. If you have a point bank, that's the word. Point bank of 50 points available. You can assign things in increments of 5. And if you want to multi-class, the Thief is pretty much the only one that can multi-class as all 3 characters, if we wanted to do that. I don't, though. You know what? Maybe I do. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna do that. So let's see. As a thief, we'll probably want to have... That looks good. You can grind your skills up through repetitious action. I can do that off camera. Yeah, wonderful. Now, it's up to you, Chad, if you want me to let you read all this, or if you want me to just kind of summarize what's going on. Completely up to you. Right here is the last chance that you have to change your name before you're stuck with it. Alright, you got it. I'll summarize then. He just told me good luck in my quest. If you look at the top of the screen, I have a score, 1 of 500. What happens is you can try for the maximum score if you want to. All it does is give you a different congratulations message whenever you beat the game, if you beat the game. Other than that, it's a good way to keep track of how far you've gotten in the game. Hit Control A and we can ask about different things. He mentioned the brigands, so let's ask about that. They just robbed the merchant, got a bunch of treasure. Let's ask about the merchant. He's staying at the inn, which you see is right there. Ask about his buddy Otto here. He's very smart for a goon, which is capitalized, so goons are a race in this universe. He hardly forgets to bring them back alive now. Asking him about his yo-yo, and this is the default message for whenever you ask the game about something that it doesn't know anything about. So he says, go look around and find out things for yourself, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's stop into the inn. And we have a cat person named Shamin who runs the inn. Let's ask about it. He's run it for 3 years with his wife Shima. Abdullah Du was supposed to go with them, but back to Shapir, which is where they're from. But that's not happening. Let's ask about Abdullah Du. He's recovering from his robbery. Oh, he must be the merchant. And he'll be here around supper time. That's another thing about this game. It has time of day right now. It's about noon, I guess. So we'll want to come back later if we want to talk to the merchant. Let's ask him about being a cat. They're called the kata. And they forgot to put the quotation mark at the beginning of it, but that's alright. Let's ask him about his homeland. Far to the south. And they might come back. Well, guess what? I just traveled all the way from the mountains, so I'm hungry. I want some food. Yes, bring me food. And I hesitate to think of some of the fanfic that came as a result of that. You may notice that it said that I thanked her and paid her. First, well, let's eat. I just hit tab, that brings us to the inventory screen. As you can see, there is money. 10 silvers equals 1 gold, so we have the equivalent of 47 silver coins. You do have a maximum weight limit, so you gotta watch out for that. And you have food rations, which you do have to keep yourself fed, though I don't think I've ever died of starvation in this particular game. It just interrupts you every few minutes and says, you're starving, you must eat some food soon. And since we're a thief, we don't have a sword, we have a dagger. We would have had a dagger as well if we would have chosen the magic user. And if we would have chosen the fighter, then obviously we would have gotten the sword. And we have a leather armor and a lockpick. Let's go ahead and save the game here. And we're gonna have a little bit of fun here. This is supposed to help increase your lockpicking skill. If your lockpicking skill is already high enough to do it without killing yourself. Ours isn't. So yeah, we'll be seeing death scenes like that probably more often than I would like to. But until then, let's go ahead and explore the rest of the town. I have the magic shop here, and since I did give my guy some magic, we can actually buy some of this. We can right-click around and get some descriptions of things. It's mostly just flavor text. And this guy here. The game doesn't even know what it is. But I do. So she says she's Zara, she's got her companion, she's got some stuff in her shop. Do I want to buy it? Sure. Let's find out what kind of spells you've got. She's got Flame Dart, which is just what it sounds like. You shoot a magic flame. Fetch, which also is what it sounds like. Brings items to you from far away. Or the Open spell, which opens doors. All you have to do is read the spell and you'll learn it. And she's hinting about a spell in a special place somewhere in the woods. Let's ask her about her buddy up there. That's her familiar. And we can, I think, get more in-depth detail about the spells if we want to. As well, the price is 30 silver for open. Yeah, I've got enough for that. Let's go ahead and buy that. So she gives us open, and off we go. So we've got this old woman here. Let's see what she's got to say. Not too much. Alright. So we'll keep going on into the guild hall. Guildmaster is asleep. There's a book over here. We're going to sign in just for the sake of getting a point. Read it too. That gives us a lot of points. Yeah. Read the quests board. Return the ring to the healer. Find Elsa von Spielberg. The brigand warlock. He laughs a lot. Find the brigand leader. He wears a cloak. The healer wants spell components. And find the Baronet Bernard von Spielberg. So that's pretty much given us all the different objectives of the game all at once. And over here you see one of the two dragons in the game. Not much of a threat. Let's talk to the man. He's sleeping as well. He was so busy he didn't see us come in. Everybody thinks the valley's cursed. Since he's got all these monsters on his wall, let's ask about him. Alright, what about that dragon? So he tells a story about how him and the Baron, Stephen von Spielberg, killed that dragon. So there's another dragon flying overhead at the town, but that's a bunch of bull, because there is no other dragon. Now normally you would have to right-click or try and guess what the things are to be able to look at them and know what they're called. But since I've played this game to death, I already know all that. So what we have is dragon, cheetar, troll, griffin, Antwerp, purple saurus, and a moose. Let's go ahead and ask about the moose. Nearly bit his nose off. And I'm just now realizing that the stream is probably really fun to watch as a live stream because I forgot about the delay. So you're hearing about all these things seconds before I talk about them. Oh, look, let's look at the fire. Yeah, I feel like the quest board mechanic is actually a really, really good and underused sort of way to get those points across without relying on way too much exposition. And here we have some apples. Do we want to buy some fruits or vegetables? You can buy vegetables, and I think you can use them as food whenever you get hungry, but there's no need to. Do I have enough? Let's ask about the apples. We get 10 for a silver, which is a really good deal. So what we want to do is we want to buy 50 apples. And here's hoping that I don't overload myself on weight as a result. And it doesn't look like I did. Now we want 50 apples because of something that happens a little bit later in the forest, which I'll try and make a point of doing that first because the apples did add a considerable amount of weight. Go into the dry goods store. Somebody's reading a book. Let's look at the man. He's a balding man who wears glasses. He's a weakling because if you wore glasses in the late 80s, you were a wimp, right? Hello. Oh, he didn't see us come in. We look like an adventurer. Brigands tend to get rid of most of them, so it's neat to see one here. Do I want to make a purchase? What's that book you're reading? Oh, it's a book about someone trying to become a hero. It's called Quest for Glory, A Hero's Death. That's nice. Can we have your glasses? No, he doesn't have any of those for sale. He has weapons, armor, daggers, rations, ale flasks, and food. So... I have a piece of paper. Don't really need that. Oh, well, why? Because he might resell it. Nothing I really need to get right now. So we'll leave him be. And move on to the last section of town. You can't go into a lot of these doors, that's why I'm not even trying. But you can go into this alley. Alms for the poor. I'll give you a silver. It's tough trying to make a living begging. Don't go out at night. Why not? Let's ask him about night. Only people out late now are thieves. The night gaunts will get you. What is a night gaunt? Basically what a night gaunt is, it's the game's excuse for you not being able to sleep in unprotected areas of the forest. If you go to sleep out there, then you die from a night gaunt. And there's nothing else back here. Just gave you something, champ. Don't drink the dragon's breath. That's right, our character struts because he wants to be a hero, so you fake it till you make it. Let's go in the bar. It's a dirty bar, people are gambling, smoke's coming from the center cask, bartender's looking mean at me, so is the big goon on the left. And I will not be at all surprised if you don't see it. This was one of the pitfalls of these early EGA games. That right there that I'm pointing at with the sword is... Well, what do you think it is? Give up. It's a note. It says B, he's starting to act suspicious, better save this drop for emergencies. I guess I could have left that up. Yeah, I don't like reading things verbatim. Let's go ahead and save the game. Okay. Alright, so sit up on the bar. So the beggar told us not to try the dragon's breath. So that sounds like a good idea. Have to be cash up front. I wonder if I've got enough. Oh, I don't have enough cash, so I can't show you. Anyway, it kills you. It makes you melt and explode. So, yeah. We really don't have enough money to be going around getting drunk, so... Sorry to bother you. Let's see what these fellas are playing here. Oh, playing Go Fish. Cool. Alright, we'll go ahead and leave. Nothing to do there for now. I'm going to speed up the game a little bit. And get a text, yeah. That was my phone. I'll deal with that later. And they went to all the trouble to make this song just for this one part, so we'll let it play. Good enough. Let's keep on going then. It smells like herbs and stuff. There's a hut, obviously you can see that. So there's a tree here with something in the tree. It's a large oak with a nest. And what's that in the nest? A bird-like creature. Looks more like a small flying lizard. All right. Let's try and say hi. Oh, well, yeah. Climb the house. No. And this is where it gets very grindy. You could literally do this for about 10 minutes before you get enough skill to be able to climb it. Well, apparently all I had to do was say that. However, I don't know if I've got enough agility to be able to get to the nest. It did scare our little flying lizard friend off. And there is a ring in the nest. Alright. How much did that hurt? Oh wait, wrong screen. I knocked off about 4 health points. And suddenly my climbing stat isn't good enough anymore. It's very odd when that happens. Where's the gun sword, Noel? The gun sword is in another game that I will never ever play on this stream or in real life. Because the stream is not real life. You know what? Yeah, you might be right. It might be partially luck-based, even though my luck is complete ass right now. I'm going to try 10 more times, because it goes pretty quick, actually. Make it go super quick. Well, it seems to only be speeding up the animation, rather than the actual action. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that is a luck roll that it does. Yeah, he's having a seizure on the tree. It's your dad. And you know you're laughing. Yeah, it does look like he's sharpening his claws. Maybe we can use that in the fights. There are fights in this game, too. They're not very impressive. Hey, alright. Let's see if we can fall on our ass this time. Ah! That was one of the things on the board. Get the ring for the healer, and hey, look at that. We're right in front of her house. It smells like a healer's house. You must be new. I'll buy spell components. I got potions for sale. Got stuff. Let's ask about those potions. Healing potions, which heals you. Magic potions, which heals your magic. Vigor potions, which gives you your stamina back. Which you can also get back by resting, which I'm probably going to have to do because I used a lot of stamina trying to climb that tree. And Undead Unguent, which is something that you need for a quest later in the game in the graveyard at night. Yeah, in the manual, Phoenix, there are a list of... I want to say that there was like a sample of... No, that was Zork that I'm thinking of, the Infocom text games. Anyway, it's yeah, they give you a list of commands that they suggest that you can use just to give you a heads up on what the game accepts. So we have another one of those bird lizard things. Let's ask about the lizard. That's her pet Terry, who has a girlfriend Teresa, who lives in the oak tree. Well, not no more. Teresa done moved on because I scared her. Heard you was missing a ring. Your bird got it. Your bird lizard got it. Whoops. So she gives me 6 golds, 2 healing potions, and something else as a reward. So, alright, doing alright here. Oh yeah, that's right, I wanted to rest. And this is also a good way to pass the time until you get too impatient to rest. Now last time we looked at the time it was midday, now it is mid-afternoon. Sounds like a great time to get rid of some of these apples. Ah, yeah, I saved very recently. So this is the fight, and I'm dead. Because I am a thief, and I have not trained, and I suck. No, I'm walking around back to get dead. So, we're going to restore the game, and we're going to try that again. And this time we're going to try sneaking, because we're a thief. And maybe that way monsters will not know that we're here. As you can see, there's some snow on these trees. Oh, this is... It has about 7 or 8 different messages, I want to say, for whenever there's nothing on the screen, and some of them are pretty funny. This one made me laugh when I was younger. Yeah, this game is very wry, I would say. I'll let you read the bad poetry. So this guy does not want to let us pass. Spoiler, there's nothing behind him anyway. He's just here as a side quest. I'm gonna save, because if you try running on the ice... Okay, yeah, that's taking way too long. Never mind. So, he said he wants to bargain. He wants fruit, and he'll give us a big gem. He wants fruit that'll fill up his fists. Big blue fists. So, we'll give him apples. And you do have to buy 50 of them, so that's why I bought 50 of them. Otherwise, he keeps saying, bring me more, bring me more. So he gives me the gem, and he walks off. And, yeah, we can walk this way, but nothing comes of it. Just, you can't go any further. Now, if you... Yeah, it's cumulative if you don't bring enough. The other option was to fight him, and since we did so good against that goblin, let's see what happens. And that's how that goes. So, alright. back to the canon story. Oh, yeah. We'll go back to civilization and explore the forest a little bit later on. Let's see what's over here. Why, it's a centaur farmer. Tell me about your rake, sir. Interesting. Very repetitious. Okay. That's all he has to say at the meantime. Let's go toward that castle in the distance. Yes, I am. What's your name, pal? Tell us about this castle. Ah, this is where Baron Stefan von Spielberg lives. Used to be prosperous, now it's not, because the Baron lost his family and he does not leave the castle. Oh, yes, you do. He lost his son and daughter, so those are the kids that were on the quest board that we looked at earlier. Let's go about the son. Baronet looked like the Baron. He rode off with a horse, and the horse came back with big claw marks. Everyone thinks he's dead, even though there's still a reward posted. What about the daughter? Elsa looked like her mother, the Baroness. A winged creature flew over the walls. Guards couldn't fire upon it. Even the jester Yorick joined the search. Baron sent a troop to Baba Yaga's hut, but they put their skulls up there. Should be about 18 at this point. So who's Baba Yaga? She's an ogress, and she caused all the misfortune. She knows a lot of magic. So, I guess she cursed him. Baron ordered her to leave, set the guards after her. Captain was the only one that returned and said this. And then he died. So, alright. How about we ask you about Open Gate? And we have entered the castle. So over here we find Mr. Simon, Sergeant Simon Miller, the barracks. And you can do absolutely nothing here except die. Like so. Okay, I could have swore you maybe throw my dagger at him. Alright, wasting time. Yeah, nothing happens here. No. Let's say hello to the horse. Yeah, well. I know what you want me to type, y'all, and I'm not going to do it. He just says nay, says the horse. Yes, I am looking for some work. And let's rake some poop. And now it's nighttime. And we made 5 silvers for doing that. Which I understand that y'all don't know much about the economy of this game just yet. That is not much at all. But not bad for typing in 3 letters. So there's really not much to do now at night in the castle except for sleep in the stable. But we do have other business that we can attend to in the town. Was my climbing stat 31? Yeah, that should be good. Self-doubt wasn't too bad. So, wait a minute. I keep doing that. No, I don't think my pick locks are high enough to do that yet. So we will sleep in the stable. Oh. Oh, well. Was not expecting that. Instant replay. Now we go in here and we sleep. The sun comes up. Get to work. The replay. That worked out better, actually. I'm on a quest. I'll have a hero's death. Yeah, it does need an 80s power ballad. Y'all should get on that. Yeah, these guys just don't let you in. This is kind of a dead end. Although there is a Easter egg of sorts if you ask about his bald spot. So we apologize. No, it's not the lies and one tells the truth puzzle. It's, that was already overdone even in '88 when this was made. Right. Actually, I went and bought the open spell, so I'm gonna go and use it somewhere in the forest. How's my health after sleeping? It's a little better. Yeah, I got a train and oh. That's a brigand, and I am not at all prepared to fight him yet. It's warm even though it's snowy. It smells good. There's a big stone on the ground. I feel safe here. It's the game telling me you can sleep here if you need to when it's night. Let's get a closer look at that tree. It's got fruit that comes and goes, and it's all glowy and shimmery. Let's take some fruit. So we can't keep it in our pack, but let's eat it. It's very satisfying. Doesn't heal us any, though. I think the healer will accept 5 flowers from you and give you money for them. After that, she'll say she's got plenty. So yeah, now we're loaded up on flowers. Let's look at that stone they mentioned. Something's written on it. It says Irana's Peace. Now, Irana is going to come up again and again and again and again and again in the series. So, just giving you a heads up there, and there's some runes carved into the side of the stone. Wait, why would I do that? Look at the runes. Open this stone, hint, hint. So, yeah, let's go ahead and open the stone. Doesn't matter if we were a fighter who was big and strong. So we'll use the strength of our minds. Someone put a scroll there. The game will not automatically take it. Now we know how to cast the Calm spell. So just like that, we've gotten our second spell. Good for us. It's mid-morning right now. You know what? I'm gonna see if I've got any better luck. The way you fight is you push up to stab your dagger or sword or whatever. Hey, I beat him. And because I was holding the up arrow, that's why he's doing that little twitchy dance. Twitching on Twitch. Alright, let's search the goblin's body. And we get 5 silver coins. Each monster has a different range of treasure that it gives you after you kill them and you search them. I think the goblins are anywhere from 0 to... I think the upper echelon on these guys in the wild is about 15 or 16, I want to say, but that's rare. It's been a little while since I've played this, so I might be a little inaccurate, but yeah, it's on the lower end. That is not a goblin. That is an ogre. Hi. He's coming over to chat, I guess. That was quite a battle to watch. It was incredible. Yeah, we're not ready for him yet at all. So we'll just go the other way. And I find that, yeah, on the corners, on those corner parts of the map, almost always get a monster coming after you there. Hey, what do you know about goblins? What about brigands? Oh. He got attacked by him. They nearly killed him. They broke his leg. And apparently the brigand leader helped. Let's ask about that. This is interesting. Leader told the brigands to stop. Brigands always do that. Then the leader gave him a healing potion, carried him to the healer's house. Very compassionate brigand. Especially for a brigand leader. That's interesting. How about we go ask the healer about that? Oh yeah. What you know about them brigands? She hates thieves and brigands. Well, nobody tell her. Yeah, they almost killed him. Heinrich. Alright. Nice chat. See you later. So now what we're going to... Actually, let's go this way. Because this is the way that we came from. Oh, yeah, the flowers. Yeah, thanks. I'll go back a second. And we cannot go back where we came from. Now, when I say where we came from, story-wise, we came from the east. And there was a big rock slide. Hello, my furry friend. Alright, let's free the fox. I was gonna kill him just to show you that there's parts in the game where you can do stuff that you're not supposed to do, and it does not tell you that it's a bad thing to do. Okay, so apparently the Baron's daughter was enchanted by Baba Yaga, and we need to talk to something called the Dryad. Can we get the trap? No, we can't, but I'll try anyway. It's caught on something. Yep, once you save the fox, he goes for the jugular. Says, thanks, sucker. You want some flowers? Ah, she's got all of them. So I still have 10 flowers. Don't think I need them for anything later. No, Noel, the 500 is the maximum score. Gives you an idea of how far you're getting in the game, and there are a couple of things that are really sort of difficult to figure out to do to get the extra points. Too bad we won't be here next year, furry shippers. Sorry about that. You'll just have to fanfic it. I wonder if it'll let me try picking locks while it's daytime. Bah. Because there's a lot of stuff I want to do as a thief in this town once nighttime hits. That's still a long ways off. Would a centaur really count as a furry? That's more otherkin. Well, I'm glad I'm talking to an expert, Angel. Yes, I'm speaking to you. Now I'm talking to the other gatekeeper. Now this fella here, this is the weapons master. Yeah, getting ahead of myself here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. And he has a bit of an ego to him. Ask about his ego. No. Game doesn't know what that means. What's your name? He's the weapon master. Ask about weapons then. Okay, can we fight? Okay, let's fight. He'll give us practice for a gold coin. Yes, I will pay. We pay. I salute you on guard, and off we go. And I'm going to do lousy, because I have almost no stamina, and that is what dictates how long you can fight. You see. When you see that message, that means that your stamina has reached 0. And in this case, this happens. You just fall right on your face. And he gives you some pointers on stuff that you didn't even do, because all I did was attack. You can dodge, you can parry, you can block. I never do, because blocking is against my religion as a lizard man. There you go, there's your fucking otherkin. Has the horse crapped up the stall again? No, he has not. So there's no work here for me. However, I can rest and pass some more of the day so I can get back to town. And it's still only noon. So how about we go ahead and explore the forest then, while we've got some time to kill. See what's out there. Oh, well, that didn't take long to find something. And because it's a Sierra game, there's all kinds of sudden gotchas like that. Now this is one of the crueler parts here. You see this plant. You can pick it right now. And it just comes right out. It shrivels up and disappears. And it does not grow back for 3 game days. And that's fine and good if you don't end up needing it. But there is a point later in the game where you're charged with going collect that plant precisely at midnight. And if you don't bring it the very next day, you're dead. You die. So if you've been saving your game and you don't have a save prior to when you picked it, you're probably gonna have to start the whole game over. Sierra games and pretty much just adventure games in general, from that point, you know, your late 80s, early 90s, up to a certain era of that. Had a lot of that. This game doesn't have so much of it, but it still does, and that's one of them, which is unfortunate. Walking through the forest, looking for stuff to do. Hoping monsters don't find me. No, they're called meeps. And they're colorful, and they're furry, and they live in holes. No, Noel. You got blue, purple, green ones. They hide under the rocks. They're very shy. Now I see 3. And we've found the talkative one. They're happy, don't worry, be happy, because that song had just come out earlier that year. You're very furry, aren't you? Yeah, what's so special about green fur? that's a good face. And he figures we're done here. So we've got some green fern. Hey, is that a magic scroll? And now, just like that, we have the detect magic spell. And of course, when you cast detect magic, you levitate. Now you detect if there's any magic. Yeah, they do look pretty disgusting. All 20 pixels like they are and such. Make sure nothing's coming. We seem to have reached the goblin camp. The gimmick of this area is that you can fight, and every time that you come back and you fight, you end up fighting more than one more goblin in that fight than you did the last time. So you start off with one, and then in the next one you'll fight 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and I think it goes all the way up to 7. And when I say there's 7, it just means you can see them in the background and you fight them in a row. You don't fight them all at once. Well, apparently nobody wants to fight. Okay, that's not working. What's up here? I don't know if it knows the word stab, Noel. It just triggers the word skull. Looks like we found Baba Yaga. Tell me about your boss. Well, I would love to check out Baba Yaga if you'd let me in. Alright, probably still be here later. Once you're done, Noel. What rhyme is that? Hut of Brown, now sit down, and you do actually have to type that in. Not that it's really that long, but... A gem, huh? Yeah, he's got a bit of a bone to pick there. So he wants a glowing gem. Well, how about that? We happen to have a glowing gem. And now we don't. Not quite ready for that quest yet, but we can get access to this anytime now. We just have to come back. And we're already 1/5 of the way through the game, according to the score. Which isn't really a good way to keep track, if I'm being honest. Oh, it's a purple saurus. Even I can fight these guys. Uh-oh. As I was saying... Ah, purple saurus. Even I can fight these guys. Do your dance. And yeah, you get nothing but experience for fighting these guys. Strength has improved pretty good. And we're back here. What have we here? Let's eat a mushroom. It's out in the middle of the woods. Nothing bad can come of that. Oh. Sorry, I hit inner limit. Sounds like a good reason to eat another one. Just say no, kids, because it's the 80s. Alright. We do want to pick up some of the mushrooms, at least. 3. 3 batches of 3. Take a wild guess who we're bringing these to. After a fight. Oh. Boy, my guy was super weak. If you've got a lot of daggers, you can go here and get some throwing practice. As we only have one dagger, though, it's a bit of a time sink to do it this way. So we won't. Our throwing is super wretched. Every time you do this, you get 10 rocks, so I believe we have 30. Upped the speed again, in case you were wondering. It's good to have some throwing skill for some of the upcoming puzzles. And we're out. Good. That didn't take too long. And our throwing has dramatically improved. So we'll go down here and see what there is to see. Why, look, it's us. Look at me. And we have another Easter egg here, advertising a really bad Sierra game called Codename Iceman that's about submarines. No, nobody would rather be playing Codename Iceman, even if it does have a submarine. Alright, that was fun. Yeah, I agree. Ask Me About Loom was better. That was a thing that all these games did, though. Had all these callbacks to their other products. And there's a reason for that. Okay, let's see if I remember the proper way. Yeah, if you don't move out of the way, he knocks you over and you lose a bunch of health. Oh. Well, he's Henry the Hermit. He doesn't get too many visitors. Good to hear someone else speaking besides himself. And he's a magical hermit, and he does not like thieves, because if we try and take his candle, we seem to have made him unhappy. So he not only kicks us out, but he kills us. So we'll go ahead and try that again by not trying that again. He's Henry. His father was an Henry, and his father da 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 da. What about magic? You seem to know a lot about magic. Erasmus the Wizard taught him some spells. That's a name to remember. Him and Fenris is a powerful wizard. His house is up to the north. They get together rarely, but it's fun when they do. He plays games. The Mage's Maze. It's a game that we can play with Erasmus later if we ever meet him. What about the other magic user that we've run across? Baba Yaga. Don't know nothing about her. What about the magic shop lady? Nope. What about the Baron? He doesn't know much, does he? Know any spells? Tell me about this trigger spell. It sets off other spells. Of course I know some magic. Give me that scroll. And if I take the scroll, you're not gonna waterfall me, are you? Alright. So now we have 4 spells. Alright, we've reached sunset. Still has not triggered over to night yet, though. There's a lot of good music in this game. I like the music, too. And basically, yeah, if we share a ration with him, he'll let us stay overnight. If we end up lost in the woods one night. Let's go back down. And let's get back to town, so that we can already be there when the night falls and the gate closes. You can see the sheriff has left the office. I figured that. Oh, but it is sunset, so maybe we can meet that merchant in the inn. And there he is. Hey, buddy. You got robbed of everything. Yeah, we heard. Happened 2 weeks ago. He was about to be the first merchant. Brigands got him. They used magic, what blinded him, overwhelmed his guards' assistants, took all his stuff. The brigand leader spared his life. Yeah, alright, here, have a silver. He's overwhelmed. He has a magic rug, which does not come up until the very end of the game. And we can go on a flying carpet to the land of Shapir. Tell me about your cat friends. They own the inn. They're nice. I'll go ahead and spare myself a ration and order some food. Yes, bring me food. Just pops it in the microwave for about 5 seconds and brings it out. What are we eating anyway? Does it tell us? Good enough for me. Now what about that flying carpet? Oh yeah, that is a shame. Later. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to build up my stealth. But it takes a while, doesn't it? It's not completely necessary just yet, I don't think. But it is a good thing to start working up. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm trying to do either, game, thanks. How many flasks do I have? I should probably buy one more. No, he's open late, good. Do I need another one? I'm trying to remember. I don't think so. This is one of the parts I don't like about the game. Whenever you want to get to a particular time of day, you just kind of gotta wait. There's a point in the second game, near the end, where it gets really bad. Yeah, Noel, how about this dance move? You like that? It'd be nice if there was a hotkey where you could just swap instantly between the two. Maybe there is. Let's see. Oh, weird. I thought it was Alt. Is it Escape? Before I go doing that. Yeah, it is. Okay. Nope. Ah, here we go, finally. We've reached nighttime. And just like that, bloop. First things first. Let's go into the alley, because that's a fantastic idea late at night. Even when the night is still young. What could it be? A trap. Basically, give them your cash, and you walk out of here. Now, here's the thing. If you read the manuals that came with the game, they had one that was the Famous Adventurers Correspondence School manual. And, you know, it's flavor text. Kind of a nice touch. And what it tells you about is the different classes that you can play as. And when you're a thief, you have this secret move called the thief sign. And if you don't know that, then you won't be able to do much as a thief in this game. However, since we do, we make the thief sign. They get disappointed that we are a thief just like them, so we say go find Crusher in the tavern, who's obviously that big goon, give him the password. And the password is different every game, so you do have to do this. And this time it is rain gold. And if you come back 3 times into this alley, they'll demand your money anyway, and if you don't give it, they'll kill you. But you know what? Before we go into the Thieves Guild, we're going to do some freelance thieving. That's good. And here we come to another grindy part. And now we're exhausted, which means instead of draining stamina, every action is going to drain health until we're good and dead. So, and that did it. In we go. This house is owned by rich people, smells like bratwurst. Someone's snoring. We have 3 doors and a painting. Oh, look whose house we're in. Hope we know what we're doing. Let's do the smart thing and open it. Basically, we're just going to cut to the chase and just take everything. Something else? No. This game's never heard of cushions. That must be a very uncomfortable chair. Forget what's in here. Oh, okay. Trying to be neat. It's sort of my calling card. Maybe this chair? I wonder if it is positional. No. Sofa? Is that the... No, alright, whatever. Let's go ahead and open some doors. You had to know that was coming. Yeah, sneaking's taking too long. Running around in someone else's house, and it won't let me go up the stairs because it doesn't have enough pixel room. That wonderful pillow animation. Alright, that's all the deaths in the sheriff's house. I think that's everything that I can get in here. And there's one more place we can go at night in town. Lol, indeed. Death by sandpaper. Alright. Back to the game. Let's go ahead and take the candlesticks. Let's go open that drawer. Definitely worth it. Open the purse. Wanted the hankies. Oh well, can you always get what you want. Search the couch. Get some more. Basket. Of course. Let's see what's in the cage. Yeah, I don't need to open the cover. You know what'll happen. The bird will tweet. Everybody will wake up. Da 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 da. Okay, game, we'll word it the way you like. What do you want? I already fed you. Alright, that cat's creeping me out, so I'm getting out of here. Alright. Our thieving career in this town is over now. Let's see, we got a whole mess of stuff in the inventory now. Good deal more money than we had before. When it says you are getting tired like it just did, that means it is now midnight. And that comes into play for that quest where you gotta uproot the root from the graveyard root. Let's go say hi to our thief friends now. And just so I never forget it, there we go. Hi, Crusher. Let's just get to the point. There's some guy behind a big door. Sinister mood. Dude threw on daggers. You just saw that yourself, though. Can't really skip this speech, so I'll just let you read it. Apparently that thing behind the door is Boris. And this is a mean area, because if you stand in front of the dartboard, or you walk in front of it, or you just happen to be in front of it when... Oh, that was... Usually it kills me. Try one more. Okay. Rest assured it does kill you. It just was not in the wrong place at the right time. So, first thing to do is buy a thieving license. Now we're part of the union. And now we get to fence all of this stuff and more. Silver candlesticks in this town come to 50 silvers. Golden candelabra is 75. How about a string of pearls? What's a string of pearls? 100 silvers. Music box is 30 silvers. I know that already because I played this way too much. Anything else? Oh yeah, the vase. I think this one is worth a lot. No, I was wrong. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, I want to buy the tool kit because that's one thing that you can get. And I think all that does is make it easier to pick locks. And there's one other thing that you can do in here. It's a little mini game. That's a bit of story there. They think they have a spy, but they're not sure who. So you're throwing a bunch of daggers at that board. That's what happens when you try and rest in here. I was trying to get some stamina back, so now they're going to throw me out. Will they let me back in? I should probably rest. And it's still nighttime. Not that it matters, you can go into the Thieves Guild at any point. Okay, let's play that game. You set the angle depending on how far from the center to the left or right that the hand is, and you set the force, I believe, based on how much of your wrist is showing, because sometimes the hand will be up here, sometimes it'll be down there. So yeah, it's nothing ridiculously impressive, but good way to make some money and build up your throwing skill. And the point is to beat the chief. Doesn't seem to be doing too good. Hmm. Like I got room to talk. I think it's 3 rounds, so this will be over soon. No. Now we'll leave the proper way. And now I can actually show you the Dragon's Breath, which is what we tried to do at the beginning. I want milk. Oh. Sure. Ooh, it turned into a skull. Foreshadowing. Bottoms up. Yep, this is most people's first death in the game. Alright, I think we're pretty much done in the town. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we need to do here. Besides coming back to sleep if we need to. Oh yeah, I need to buy those other spells, which is not a problem now. If I sleep on the street in the town, then I end up getting robbed. So all that money that I just got would go away. Nothing is better than grinding in an area that limits your ability to grind. And we're over. Where can I sleep? Yeah, the stables guy isn't going to let me sleep there because I didn't work for him today. Fortunately, though, it's just a quick run up this way. Hopefully I won't meet any night monsters. Yeah, that kind of night monster is alright. I might actually fight him if he's still here. Yep. Let's go, buddy. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Yeah, I know. I know, go away. Stop. Get my wage. See, it's almost alright because the game knows. Can't sleep in the tree now. I don't know if y'all can hear it on this brand new microphone, but the dog is kind of going nuts right now, so I'm going to let the music play for just a few minutes, take care of her, and I will be right back. While I'm gone, discuss what you think the fruit tastes like. And we're back. Thanks for waiting. And sorry about that. Just to show you how difficult these guys can be. And I'm hoping by saying that I end up beating him. Wow. Doing a lot better than I thought. These guys give you, on average, a good bit more than the goblins do, as you can see. Usually in the teens and late teens and 20s. Beefed up good. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about a lot of these games, is the graphics that they have for things don't necessarily match up with what you can pick up. Oh. Right. Let's step it up in this game. Gonna go fight the weapons master again. Work out at the stables. Oh, I didn't rest, did I? So this won't last long. Oh well. Hopefully we'll get something for it. I don't know if you can tell, very slowly advancing pixel by pixel back and forth, me and him. That's supposed to be an indicator of how well you're doing, or how poorly you're doing. In order to beat him, I have to drive him all the way to the left edge of the courtyard there. It's a pretty good eye, considering I never dodged anything. I'm down to nothing. I got nothing. Now I got something. Yes. Thanks, stableman. Now we'll go back to town and finish our last order of business. A new man. Hello, friend. Yes. What's your name? Basically, you feed this guy money and he tells you things. You gotta keep paying him to get information. And he's kind of a seedy character. If you piss him off, he throws his poison dagger at you and kills you. Like so. He's nice enough to wait until you turn around before he throws his daggers at you. Pardon me for 1 minute. Alright, I'm back. Alright, thanks, Noel. Sorry about that stream. I had to, sometimes you gotta take a call in the middle of the night whenever you do what I do for a living. Oh yeah, the magic shop. Flame Dark Fetch. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good spot to stop. So we'll go ahead and save it right where we started.